Hello, welcome to Connected Testimonies. Would you like to share a testimony?
I absolutely would. My name is Amy Williams. I'm coming to you from California, but I live in Chicago, Illinois, better known to my young people as Chirac, Illinois. Crook County is a place of beauty, complete and total beauty, and at the same time, there's a lot of darkness, a lot of violence, and a lot of hopelessness. I tell you what, it is a blessing to be called to that kind of work. You see, I didn't know God myself. It was after college when I thought that it would be something that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to college, go to church, get married, white picket fence, the whole nine. But God just really, really shook up my life when my brother joined the gang. He was in and out of the prison system. I found myself wondering, is there really a God? What is this God that everybody's talking about? How can there be a God when my brother is in so much pain? My baby brother, we grew up in the same family, the same loving mom, the same dad. How did I go one way and my baby brother, the love of my life, go a completely different way? You know, I've been loving young people for quite a while. And I've always had a heart for the kid that society considers a throwaway. Society considers a virus, no good, there's no worth and no value. But what God called me to do was to be a light in a kid's darkness. You see, he called me to move into a gang neighborhood in Chicago, and you know, the conversation was kind of crazy because I don't always do everything that God tells me to do. Now, I know I'm not the only one, but when he called me to move into a gang neighborhood, the conversation kind of went like this. Baby girl, I'm calling you to move into this neighborhood where there are Latin kings everywhere, the motherland. And my response to him was, you got jokes. That is funny. Because I am too fine to move into a gang neighborhood. They're not going to want to know about the booking numbers. They're going to want my phone number. I'm too fine for that. And God's response to me was, you ain't that fine. I was like, you're right. I could lose about 10 pounds. He was like 15. I was like, dang, that's how you feel? And we continued to have this conversation back and forth. And he said one thing to me. He said, look, I'm already in that neighborhood. Those are my babies. I haven't forsaken them. I'm not asking you to save them. Only I can do that. But what I am calling you to do is to be a light in a kid's darkness. At the end of the day, I'm supposed to be a reflection of hope and love and compassion to the kids that find themselves in this pit of darkness. And so what does that mean? What does that look like? That means walking life with kids. That means everything from just taking pizzas on the block to baking them brownies to letting them come into my home to going to court, loving young people. But my message to every young man that I encounter, that I find on the street that's slanging or banging or headed into the criminal justice system. And I want you to hear this too, because this may be something that you've been struggling with, is that you are God's idea. You are his brilliant creation. Psalm 139 says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that he created you in a secret place, and that he took great joy and pleasure in that, and that he decided that this world was not good enough until you were born in it. See, God doesn't just randomly do things. He has a point and a purpose for everything that he does, and you were his idea. Now, what I know about a lot of young people, and what I know about maybe a lot of y'all that are watching right now, is that you feel like you are just too messed up. You've made too many mistakes. But what I want to share with you is that you can't judge a book by its cover, but you also can't judge it by its first chapter. You see, how do you know how a book ends? You don't read the first chapter and then decide that's the end, that's the story. You have to read the whole book to find out how that turned out. And so what I'm saying to you today, right now, is that you still have some book left to write. What I'm saying to you is if you're breathing, if you're watching this, you have an opportunity to close a chapter and write a new chapter. You have an opportunity to share your story. Your story is important. Those first few chapters, they're important. They're your story. But you also have the opportunity to create a whole other vision, a whole other life, a whole other, but that can only be done through the love and grace and compassion of Jesus Christ. He's the one that will give you that opportunity. When you see yourself the way that God sees you, it changes everything. It gives you hope. When you know that you have a purpose, when you know that God thought about you, you weren't your parents' idea, you were His idea. It changes everything. It changes the way that you see yourself. Will you take time to find out what God really thinks about you? How He really feels about you? Not by what society says or school says or even what your parents say, but what God says about you. He says, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You're my baby girl. You're my baby boy. I took great pride in creating you. It's never too late. Homie, it's never too late. Papa, it's never too late. Mamita, it's never too late. I encourage you. I encourage you to be the one that brings hope and inspires other young people to hear your story. It's possible. I look at my brother's life. I look at the lives of the young people that I've loved. I've buried many, many of my guys. And my dream and my hope is that before they died, they knew that they were loved and that they had purpose. And I don't know what their final decision was, but I know without a doubt that they knew that God loved them. Do you know if God loves you? Do you want to know if God loves you? I'm here to tell you He does. Whether you believe it or not, whether you're giving God the middle finger, whether you just tripping on Him, whether you just don't really care, or whether you're just not sure, I'm here to tell you it don't matter, because He does. He loves you even when you didn't love Him. He died for you knowing that you might not ever love Him. And yet He still loves you. Yo, that is a love that I am still learning to accept. His faithfulness, His love for me. Yo, look, I'm a hot mess. I need Jesus every day. I may love on young people, but I still am in desperate need of Him myself. Are you in desperate need of Him? Do you need Him? Do you need a touch? Do you need just to know that you're not alone? I'm here to tell you, there's nothing that is going on in your life that He doesn't know about. He's not removed from the situation. He is intimately, intricately involved in what is happening. And yet, He needs you to acknowledge that. You don't have to have an answer. You don't have to have a solution. You don't have to have it all together. All you got to say is, Daddy, I need you. Daddy, I'm desperate. He wants you in your mess. I'm thankful that He's in my mess with me, because the beautiful thing is He can take that mess and turn it into a message. Yo, if you are watching this, God has called you to change the world. He's calling you to change your world. It starts with your family, and then your neighbor, then your block, then the street, then the neighborhood, then the city. God can use you to change the world. But it starts with a change in your heart first. And it's possible. There's freedom in it. I know, I've experienced it. I've seen my boys on the block go from banging to mentoring. It's possible. I've seen it. There's hope. There's hope. Please don't ever, ever give up. There is hope. And if you need me, find me. Find me on social media. Email me. There are people around that want to love you and walk life with you, that will let you know again and again that you are His idea. You were created with a purpose. And Daddy God is just waiting on you. He's just waiting on you. Will you just let him love you today? Will you just try him? Will you just try him for a moment? Now would be a good time to do that if you need him. I know I've seen it. I've experienced it. I live it. I walk it. Please know that there are people that are praying for you. And please know that there is a God that is intimately, passionately pursuing you and desperately in love with you. Will you give him a chance? I sure hope you do. And if you do, then comment on this video, email, let us know something so that we can continue to pray for you and even walk this journey with you. God bless you. Peace.
Thank you, sister. Thank you for coming on Connected Testimonies. Lord bless you and all you do for him. Thank you.
Thank you.